Our investigations are evidence-based. We even move with experts, and in fact, when we are at the time of prosecution, we shall have a lot of expert evidence because we move with experts. We can never go to a road where we didn't have an expert tour that road before. There are places we are going to next week. People don't know. Our experts are already there. Engineers who work with us are already there, verifying those roads, looking at different projects that people in the area don't know, not even the leaders. So because you see us coming in with our cameras in, that facilitate us to expose the corrupt, we are making informed visits. We already have evidence from our whistleblowers, but that evidence has also been verified. We have people from CMI. General MK has given us teams. The President has given us teams from anti-corruption unit. We have commandos, we have whistleblowers, we have a number of people that you have no idea about. So our investigations and our visits are evidence-based. That's why you see that all the people that the minister called for, whose arrests the minister directed the other week, all the people that the minister directed should be arrested last week, not even the other week, but last week, all their files are ready. Some were arraigned before court, I think on Monday. Others are going today. There are those that are going on Tuesday. Their files are ready. A state attorney cannot sanction a file which has no evidence because they know they are going to get to court and embarrass the state. So yes, the evidence is there. So, and some of them even confess. For example, yesterday in Nameere, the cow and I think the district health officer said they bought land from a certain man at 40 million. The man said, you bought my land at 12 million. And they even cheated him also, the poor man. They gave him only 8 million on the 12. But they are busy getting 40 million from government's coffers for, I think, a 50 by 100 piece of land in the village. So the evidence is there. You saw me with the clinical officer, the in charge of the health center in Gulu here. He himself said it in camera that I'm sorry, my certificate is being used by someone to work for Reproductive Health Uganda. That is fraud. Some of these people are even confessing on their own. Others send people to apologize to us in private. So the evidence is there. The evidence is there. These people shall be arraigned before court. I want to assure Ugandans that one of the most special components about this particular campaign is in the past, for example, the minister fighting corruption or economic monitoring or something, in the past they tried. But I think where the lacuna was is they would, for example, find somebody guilty of having swindled money for a bridge or for a toilet or for a maternity ward. But then it will have to stay like that until the court process, but in this case, after collecting evidence, we go on to make the claim good. If it's a breach, immediately we give it priority. In as much as its money was swindled, we make a double loss as government, do the breach, then when this person is found guilty, they will pay. The people don't become the victims through and through. If it's money for the road that was swindled, we shall have the culprit arrested, and as we move on with our court processes, we actually go back to the community and have the road done. If it's a maternity ward, respectively, considering the project. So people should be very ready to see.
Minister, can I have a follow-up question? You're a lawyer, and then having suspects exposed on camera. What would you say about that?
No, we are exposing the corrupt. There is no law that prohibits the corrupt from being exposed on camera. There is no law. There is no law in Uganda. I am a lawyer by profession. There is no law that prohibits corrupt people from being exposed on camera. It's not there. Not in America, not anywhere. It's not there. Yes, you saw the American president, the current president. When Trump was in court in the US, Donald Trump, for suspected corruption, suspected. where they took him to court for illegal dealings, for swindling, for not paying tax, for under declarations, for it was always, in fact, it would be live. Right from his arrest to arraigning in court to everything would be live on TV, national television, CNN. So no. Even Macron, I think even Macron at some point there was suspected corruption, and he went to court and defended himself. So no, there is no law that bars anybody from exposing the corrupt or even suspected corrupt people. It is not there. You have seen the Vice President of Kenya is in court, the former Vice President, for corruption. You have seen so many people. They are always publicly arraigned. So we shall continue to expose the people who fear cameras are the guilty ones. I met a certain gentleman, Emmanuel Mwaka, and his sister Grace, here in the health center. I even gave them gifts. Emmanuel said we need to help him upgrade his education. Then the sister said for her, she's about 4 years to retirement, if we can just give her any gift. She doesn't want to upgrade her education because she's almost done with her service job. And I gave her a small token as a minister of state. She doesn't have any problem with the camera. And in fact, she was answering confidently. When we approached her, she said, those are 4 babies. We had them last night. But she was able to tell us the challenges she faces, that you see, I'm working alone, my colleague is on sick leave, the back is... She doesn't have any problem. In fact, it was me who was saying, oh, don't put the camera in front of the mothers, don't put the camera near the babies. For her, she doesn't have any problem. She even escorted me up to my vehicle and said bye. She doesn't have any problem because she's not guilty of anything. When we were in Bulambuli, one of the headmistresses, a nun, a sister, but a headmistress, she didn't have any problem. She even brought us the visitors book. We signed. She said, please take a picture with me. I need to put it in the office. She asked for a picture from the senior minister and myself because she didn't have anything to hide. She would tell you Senior 1A has 142 students and they are there. Senior 1B has 97 and they are 95, but 2 have gone home, they have a burial. And indeed, you call the chairman of the village, he says, yes, it's true, those children lost their relatives, they are here today. So she didn't have any problem because she's not a thief, because she was speaking the truth. She had her books of records and accounts, you know, very clearly. She said this year government gave us 62 million, this year this, but if they could give us maybe a new library. Her things, her way of administration and her modus operandi did not have any stain, any taint of corruption. So she didn't fear the camera. She even said, please come again, Honorable. Maybe when we have a big day, an MDD day, a speech day, we shall invite you. We said we are very willing to come back. So that people you see that have a problem with being in front of the camera and being exposed are the corrupt, not those doing the right thing.